Got the guards in there. Getting ready to pull them out. We're going to bend them. Let's go ahead and put it back in the forge. Sometimes you lose time trying to get it in there right, you know, to get, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay. It's got to be straight. Lost a little heat time. It's okay. It's fine. It takes a few times back and forth. So go ahead and put it in the forge. See, I got to keep going a little bit. So let's go ahead and put this in. Hey guys, this is Snowman here at SnowTech Knives. Welcome to this video. We are working on the Buckmaster 184 and the Titan Explorer-Master 21032. These are modifications and restoration job that we have. We've been on this the last 3 hours this morning, so I wanted to go over this and try to make this quick. Everything's going great. It's going outstanding. We've got our custom tang modifications cut. I wanted to make a point of this to you guys. The Buck, they did make a larger pencil tang. The problem is when you have those kind of forces, even though they came back from the shoulders, when you have the kind of forces that you're putting on this large of a knife, that's not enough steel right there, because your stress areas go all the way. They're going to go from the shoulders to around 1.5 inches. So we're doing these tang modifications. You're gonna, you know, when you get our AC25, which we have our own model that it's a custom build, they're brutally strong. These are just modifications to get close to that. With these modifications, you're looking at, well, let's just put it this way. I talked to the welders. I got a guy, it's a gentleman that works for my brother's company, where he welds these, and I asked him, how strong is this weld? Once they weld this, it molds the pencil tang to the steel. So we've got a special steel here for our tangs that matches, that's going to weld the best for our 440 and our 425 modified. So you're looking at 98% strength-wise if you had this long a tang. That's how strong these are going to be once those get welded. It just meshes everything together. So everything's moving along fine. I just want to make sure I mention everything. We've got our guards forward, so I want to show you this on the Buckmaster. You can see the spikes are going to clear. Those have been, you know, spread out. So now when you index this knife, it's going to totally clear your hand. You can use that as improvised brass knuckles, you know, a defensive tool. You can hold the knife and actually index it and work with the knife with those spikes spread like that. Of course, you've got the improvised grappling hook. But now that we're doing the tang enhancements, I've still got to cut the holes. I haven't decided. I was going to do 2 holes, but if I do 2, I really need to cut this down a little bit more so you can have as much room as you possibly can. Probably going to end up with just 1 hole, but with 1 titanium pin, it's going to be incredibly strong, so it's going to be plenty. This one is, we got this all spread on that one too. So once we get these welded, I'll have to bevel these down just a little bit, and they're going to go in. Of course, I've got to remove this plug, but everything's going along really nice, and we're going to get these modified. They're going to be totally restored on the finish. They're going to be gorgeous. Just wanted to do an update video here for you guys. Wanted to add this to the end. Want to do a quick comparison because we're documenting all this. This is the Buckmaster 184. They did bring the shoulders out a little further than the IMAX and the Titans and the Explorer Master, see how this one's shorter. The problem is your critical stress point is it's going to be 1.5 to 2 inches. So you're talking about a lot of knife and a lot of force being relied upon on this tang. They did make theirs bigger, Buck did, which, you know, kudos for that, but you're still going to have a vulnerable. So this is why we're doing this. These are going to be brutally strong because this is going to be all single piece. We use the high quality steel, like I was telling you guys, same thickness, and these are going to be sent up to be welded. These will be stamped 2026 on the back of the guards, STK mod. Of course, this is all going to get sanded and cleaned up. These are going to be refinished, sandblasted, and this one will be done with the silica ceramic black over the sandblasting. These will be beautiful when we're done. Re-put secondary cutting edges. Okay, guys, appreciate you stopping by.